This should just about do it. Traveler? Hello? I didn't think I'd run into you here. Right. I should have realized. Master Jean told me you'd be here. We just didn't know when you'd arrive. I didn't expect to run into you as soon as I set foot in Notcry. Yes, the Grandmaster sent you a letter, didn't he? He also sent one back to Mondstadt, telling us all about how you were doing. Of course, all the knights back home are still figuring out how to support you. But the Grandmaster wrote that we shouldn't be hasty and that he already had everything in hand. Yep, the Grandmaster's always reliable when it comes to important business. So when he says he'll handle something, we know we can count on him. But of course, if you run into any trouble, remember that the knights will always be there to help you. Feel free to come look for us whenever. After all, you're our honorary knight, a valued member of our order. That's what Master Jean told me to tell you when I departed from Mondstadt. Huh? Give me a moment. I didn't bring any sweet madame with me, but I do happen to have a bottle of our best cider. Captain Kaya asked me to bring it along. He knew you'd miss it. Guess he was right. Okay, I need a minute. I put it in my backpack and wrapped it in clothes. Oh, here it is. Go on. Have a taste. I did, of course. When I was leaving, the Grandmaster specifically asked me to bring some bottles of our very best dandelion wine for him. At first, Master Jean protested that my main objective on this long journey was to deliver letters to Notcry, and she'd rather I not overload my luggage. She said someone else could transport it later. But after giving it much thought, I packed 2 bottles of wine for the Grandmaster anyway. Otherwise, he'd be talking my ear off about how wonderful dandelion wine is while waiting for it to get delivered. Oh, right. If you crave fresh sweet madames and steak, do come back and visit the Knights of Favonius' headquarters when you're free. That was what Amber wanted me to tell you. And that's all the messages I have for you. I should get going. Farewell, honorary knight.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler. It's been a while for sure. Didn't expect to see you and Notcry. Oh, if only. Notcry's even more lawless than I could have imagined. How should I put it? Well, that's just it. This place is quite literally a lawless land. Even if I was hired to provide legal assistance, I suspect it'd all devolve into everyone resorting to the Final Defense Manifesto to air their grievances. Ta-da! Here's your answer. The most direct method of self-defense. Okay, enough of that. The reason I came to Nod Cry is to gather material for the new legal guidebook I'm co-authoring with Shinobu. The book's theme centers on the borders of law, and one of its chapters is about what happens when law and order completely breaks down. There's no way I'd be able to get an accurate picture of that back in Liyue. So here I am, this infamous land of lawlessness. As soon as I stepped into Nod Cry, I knew I was in the right place. It's not like the law here has broken down. It's more like it never existed at all. And unsurprisingly, I haven't run into a single person in my line of work. Being a legal consultant here is probably an easy way to starve. Hey, don't worry. I've got Adeptus blood, remember? Ordinary bandits can't even scratch me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to come and accost me. Then I can drag them aside and interview them on how they survive in such a hostile place. Yeah, you have no idea. I spent so long convincing her to let me leave. I'm sure my horns grew out a little. Why, yes, we talked it through. I definitely did. Yes? Yeah. Granny just loves me to bits, you know, and we spoke for ages. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got an appointment with, the Curatorium of Secrets, that's it. So, without further ado, I'll be getting a move on. See you! Bye!
Miss, are those antlers on your head?
Wow, they look just like deer antlers.
I bet they are. Just like us Frost Moon Scions.
Yeah, Our Lady Moonchanter, Miss Lauma, also has a pair of really pretty antlers.
I don't fully understand what's going on, but I'm quite sure my horns and hers aren't the same thing.
I know! Miss Lauma's horns go up and yours go down. Wow! Are you also a Moonchanter, miss?
Moonchanter? Well, I don't think I am. Moonchanter? That's a foreign term to me. I think Granny once mentioned an Adeptus who is related to the moon, but I don't think they were a Moonchanter, were they? Oh, no, wait! Granny told me not to tell outsiders about Adepti. So, what should I say to these kids?
But your horns are just as pretty as hers.
Miss, can you talk to animals like Miss Lauma can?
Oh, hey, my savior's here. Hey, traveler, over here. Let's skip that first. I need you to save me right now. If these kids keep asking me questions, I won't be able to hide my identity as an Adeptus for much longer.
Ina, Kari, it's good to be welcoming to our guests, but if you ask too many questions, you may come off as impolite.
Miss Lama! Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Longhorn Miss. We asked too many questions.
Sorry. It's just that we've never seen someone from outside the Scions with horns, so...
All right. Come, Ina, Kari. You two should go home. I saw your parents on the way here. They must be worried sick searching for you.
They're searching? Oh no! It's way past dinner time!
We're dead meat. Daddy's going to scold me. Bye-bye, Miss Lama. And bye-bye, Longhorned Miss.
Oh, thanks for your help, Lauma. I don't know how I would have wriggled out of this otherwise. Oh, I should have stayed in the library to search for information like you advised. Didn't think I'd be ambushed the instant I stepped outside.
No need to blame yourself, Yanfei. The children are merely curious beyond their years and unaccustomed to seeing outsiders with horns. I apologize on their behalf for the discourtesy. It's fortunate that the Finches came to tell me you were surrounded by Ina and Kari. It seems my arrival proved timely.
It's all right. I should have known better.
That we are. Yanfei came to visit us Frost Moon Scions 2 days ago, saying that she wished to gather some reading materials. Since she came to study, I invited her to stay.
Lauma's been a big help. I've gleaned lots of valuable information from the Scion's library. Maybe even stuff that'll give Shinobu a surprise.
You're too kind, Yanfei. You were merely browsing our archives and writing down some of our customs. Although, I do not understand these borders of law you mentioned. As long as your time here has proven fruitful, then all is well.
The borders of law are essentially... On second thought, it's not the sort of thing where a short explanation will suffice. Once the book's done, we'll just send you a few copies. It should be clear once you read it. It's a universal law book that should be concise, engaging, informative, and easy to understand. We'll cover legal concepts, as well as the regulations present in many nations.
Is that so? Well, then I look forward to reading your work, Yanfei. I believe the children will be interested too.
I promise it'll be interesting. I guess I should head back to the library and continue my transcribing for now. See you both around.
I hope our Adeptus finds what she's looking for. She told me everything on her first visit. I must admit, seeing an Adeptus with horns fills me with a sense of familiarity. I listened to her many stories of Liyue's Adepti, and in exchange I granted her access to our library. In that, she has thus far proved most rule-abiding. A praiseworthy virtue, I must say. Is that so? Well, that's wonderful. She did mention a certain white horse Adeptus while telling me of Liyue's legends. If memory serves, our books do chronicle a divine envoy who once dwelled on the moon. Now, do not concern yourself overly with a mere flight of fancy on my part. But now that we have broached the subject, far apart though Liyue and Nodcry might be, both have always bathed in the moonlight. I pray that the people of Liyue may also be blessed by the moon and lead lives of peace and prosperity.
Hey, if it isn't the Traveler! Didn't expect to see you here. This surprise meeting is pretty sick. I should spin it into a tune right here. I sure am. Having a ball, to be honest. Fun is where the inspiration lies. Most of my songs might be about rebellion and breaking down prejudices and all that, but that doesn't mean I have to beat a serious rhythm all the time. Too much of a downer really ruins the feel of a song. You gotta keep it bright sometimes, you know? You gotta relax and recharge. That way, you'll be ready to kill it when it's time to perform. I guess I'm hoping for some sort of unexpected breakthrough? I've been so focused on writing new material, but everything I come up with feels old and stale. I need something new. So I decided to take a holiday, to try escaping this prison I've built for myself. My last stop was Fontaine, where I saw a magazine with some photos of Nodcry. It got my creative juices flowing, and I was itching to find out more. Well, after looking into it, it turns out the whole atmosphere and way of thinking out here are like nothing I've encountered before. There's some group called the Frost Moon Scions who lean into some pretty far-out instrumentation. So I was thinking, maybe I could take some inspiration from the local folk scene and incorporate it into my own music. Sure! I want to try adding a few flutes and keys, plus some of the more out there melodic phrasing. Obviously, I can't just flip genres completely. Still gotta keep the core lyrical and musical themes intact. Anyway, when I got to Town, I bumped my guitar case on some corrugated iron, and it made this really funky sound. I got this sudden flash of inspiration. I shouldn't just be looking for new instruments to improve my music. I should be trying to enhance my guitar's timbre too. Oh, something like that. It's kind of hard to replicate a guitar with your voice, you know? Basically, I'm going for something punchy, compact, clean, and absolutely savage. If I could modify my guitar's acoustics, ramp up the compression, and add a second sound hole to boost the lower end frequencies, oh, I think I can get a sharper, more metallic sound. Thanks for the support. Oh man, my motivation's like a double bass drum going at 200 BPM right now. Give me a bit to play around with this and hammer out the kinks. I'll invite you to the official unveiling of my breakthrough sound soon enough.